Hello, this is Phoebe pronunciation channel. I'm Phoebe. As you can see from the video's title, I'm going to talk about 10 words and phrases related to COVID-19. To begin with, I'd like to introduce myself a little bit because, well, this is my first video ever. So, I'm Phoebe. I'm a content creator for a kids' YouTube channel. I'm Vietnamese and living in Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. Okay, so as we all know, COVID-19 has a huge impact on our everyday life, including the way we communicate, the words we use. Some words are becoming more widely used. Understanding and knowing how to use these words may be helpful for your daily conversation. So instead of giving you a list of vocabulary and definitions, I've included all 10 words and phrases into one story. In fact, it's my true story. In that way, you may find it quite easy to guess the meaning of those words and phrases from the context. Their definitions are at the end of the video. You can find the script in the description box below. Right, let's get started. So I've been quarantined at a local hospital for a week now. As far as I know, there are 2 reasons for this. First, I haven't been in close contact with any confirmed or probable COVID-19 case, but I have a history of travel to Hai Duong, which is now obviously a coronavirus hotspot in Vietnam, because it has community spread with a total of 242 cases of COVID-19 so far. However, the colleagues who traveled with me are not quarantined at a hospital. They were just required to self-isolate at home for 14 days. So I think the second reason for my quarantine is that I was symptomatic at the time I made medical declaration. I told the doctor that I had a cough and a runny nose, and without a second thought, he put me in quarantine. Of course, we all know some people may carry coronavirus without knowing it because they don't have any symptom. That's why contact tracing is important. By contact tracing, we can identify people who may have been exposed to COVID-19 and follow them up daily for 14 days, even though they may have no symptom at all. Back to my story, luckily I've tested negative for coronavirus once. And by once, I mean I have to get tested twice within 14 days from the last point of exposure. In this case, I had no real exposure, so basically, they count from the day I returned from Hai Duong. I'm really looking forward to being reunited with my family after quarantine. Even if there's a nationwide lockdown, at least we're together. That's what matters most to me. Right, so that's my story. I think you're able to understand all of those words and phrases because they are so commonly used these days. But here are the definitions in case you need them. Number 1. Quarantine. A state, period, or place of isolation in which people or animals that have arrived from elsewhere or been exposed to infectious or contagious disease are placed. Number 2. To be in a close contact with an infected person. To be within 2 meters of an infected person for a total of 15 minutes or more. Number 3. Coronavirus hotspot. A limited geography in which a large number of people have tested positive for COVID-19 in several smaller groups or clusters. Number 4. Community spread. Transmission of a disease directly within a community and not by importation from a foreign source. Number 5. Self-isolate. To not leave your home and to stay away from other people when you have or may have an infectious disease so that you do not infect anyone else. Number 6. Symptomatic. Showing symptoms of a particular disease. Number 7. Carry. Be infected with the disease, unable to transmit it to others, whether symptomatic or asymptomatic. Number 8. Contact tracing. the process of trying to identify anyone who has recently been near somebody with a disease and may have caught the infection. Number 9. Test negative, test positive. If you take a test for an infection and you test negative, that means you do not have the infection. If you test positive, that means you have the infection. Number 10. Lockdown. An official order to control the movement of people or vehicles because of a dangerous situation. Right, so that's the end of today's video. I hope you find it helpful. Wherever you are, please stay safe. See ya in another video. Bye bye.